the stars and stripes are flying tonight. Live UFC action on the White House lawn. And for you, Daniel, the proud American, this has got to feel pretty good.
I mean, I've been standing up with my right hand on my chest all night. I am just filled with the spirit of the red, white, and blue. And tonight, these fighters are going to land all on the line. John, we're fighting on the White House lawn.
Let's go. All right, here we go. Round one is upon us. And if you thought for these athletes it was wild to compete in Sphere, how about trying to fight with this backdrop at the White House?
It's unbelievable. I mean, we are in awe of the situation ourselves. These fighters, though, are professional because as much as they love that they're at the White House, they have to recognize that once you're inside the octagon, it has to be just like any other fight.
Well, we kind of felt as though there would be a big advantage in the wrestling department, and largely that's the way it's played out.
Yeah, when you looked at this matchup, you knew that he held the advantage in the wrestling.
All right, didn't take us long to get our first clinch situation here. Some wrestlers pursue the takedown at distance. This guy has no issues trying to get it out of this clinch situation.
No, he loves this clinch because he's got a great inside-out trip. He does a good job of changing his levels to get to the hip. He's just a good fighter from in close. He has spent a lifetime developing his skills. He wants to impose his will on his opponents from this position.
All right, now we'll see what happens on the ground. High-level takedown by him, though, to get it here.
Now let's see what he can do with it.
Print the shirts, ground and pound. Takes his back now.
Ref won't help you here. Just as the referee will never take a guy out of mount, they will not take a guy off of your back. You have to get him out of this position.
Rodriguez getting peppered here from the top. He's got to figure out a way to cover up. Well, that's nicely done. You got to think this is exactly where he wants to be early on in this matchup.
Yeah, because he's safe here. He knew he was at a disadvantage on the feet. So by getting the fight to the ground in this position, he can control the way the fight is playing out.
Man, how fun is this to watch as he continues to dole out damage with the ground and pound?
Take it back to the days of guys like Mark Coleman, just beating people up in the ground and pound. This guy is a throwback fighter and he's very fun to watch.
Yeah, the Godfather would be proud. Oh, postures up and delivers a big ground and pound strike to the head. Nicely done there by Muhammad.
Oh.
20 seconds to go in round one. Well, the ground and pound has been on point tonight. Good work here by Belal Muhammad. The horn sounds for the end of round one. All right, so there's the horn. Let us now look back at some of the action in that round, DC, and he had his takedown game going early and often.
Yeah, he had it going great. I mean, he did a great job of finding his entries, rushing to his finishes before his opponent could react and defend him. He should be very proud of the work he did over the course.
Ready? Good.
Round two is underway. All right, early round action here. Still plenty of time left, but wrestling, of course, the great equalizer in modern-day mixed martial arts, and for the more well-rounded fighter, I would think you got to be more urgent with that takedown.
He's got to be more urgent with his takedown defense, John. The problem is he's allowing the wrestler to get going on the takedowns. He's not defending the initial takedown, and that is why he's struggling. He's got to stop him in his tracks and get to space so that he can start to turn the tide of this fight.
A lot of different ways for Belal Muhammad to beat you, but the wrestling is his judo trip now. Oh, late defense on the takedown and scrambles to his feet. Nicely done. Oh, how good is that takedown? Not a judo chop, a judo trip. And near perfect technique, champ.
Perfect technique, and it goes to how long he competed in judo to be able to do this inside the octagon.
Oh, you do not want to get mounted by this man.
He was trying to pass there, but no, his opponent said no way.
Postures up. Oh, and he lands a brutal strike to the head. Throwing that jab yet again out of range. We have crossed. Big diving punch lands up top. Oh, huge ground strike there. I can see the cutman. Trying to get ahead of myself, but perhaps the tide is starting to turn. He's starting to feel himself on the feet now.
Yeah, he's starting to feel himself, and that shot will allow for him to reset his mind. Like, okay, I can compete with this guy. Now he's got some respect. Let's see what he does with it.
Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Muhammad. Man, he's killing it on the ground. Another strike gets through. Well, doing his able best to avoid the ground and pound here. Nice job by Rodriguez.
Beautiful transition.
Muhammad's back in full mount. Oh, he's got the ground and pound going now.
This is no good. Nope.
Well, eventually he's going to try to get up, but he's moving his head pretty well here to avoid damage on the ground.
You don't want to be comfortable on your back, but when you're taken down, you got to make sure you're active, and that's exactly what he's doing.
Rodriguez's eye is starting to swell shut. Postures up now and lands a vicious head strike. 2 rounds in the books. All right, so that's the end of the round. Pretty significant damage done in that round. Cut on the cheek, sustained there from that strike. Now the cut man's got to get in there and close that thing up. Better to be below the eye than above it, sure, but nonetheless, this could be a factor now moving forward.
You okay? Good.
All right, here we go, third and final round. Right on the button. Muhammad gets clipped from that offering, but seemed to absorb it well. I'm not actually sure how much of it actually landed clean. Man, there's that body shot again. Defense has got to make some adjustments here.
And if the defense don't get better, at some point you're going to see him start to really show the effects of his body work. I love in fighters that makes that investment into the...
Well, there was a lot of pressure on these athletes here tonight, and man, did he deliver. How about getting a knockout like that on the White House lawn?
You know, John, it doesn't get any better. You know, you have dreams of fighting in this type of venue, but to go out there and deliver in the way that just happened, tremendous.